Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you, and people have been asking for me to do a bit of a subscriber video for the last few weeks, although things have been a little bit mental because if you watch this when the video first comes out, I'm going to be off to I-51 this weekend in the UK in Coventry, which is like a massive LAN event, and I've got the custom 760T that I did with the OC 3D logo in the bottom and all the Asus bits and bobs. That's my graphics card test rig. Well, that's going on the Asus stand. And then the motherboard test rig in the white cube with all the stripes and it's like the white Borg that I did with the red bits on it. That's got an MSI GD45 and a 780 tie in there. So that's on the MSI stand. And then also on the MSI stand, we've got that little baby Dragon rig that I did with the, Z87 ITX 4770K GTX 750 Ti. That's going to be on the MSI stand, and the two MSI rigs, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to go and play Titanfall on them. The Asus one, I haven't got a clue till it gets there, but I've just seen some pictures go up on Facebook from one of the Asus peeps, and all of my stuff is there, which is good. No news on the MSI stuff yet though. But obviously I've been spending a lot of time making sure the rigs were ready and getting everything tarted up. But also there's been a bit of it being upside down here again, because I've just converted the loft. And it's not converted as in like a room, because it's not got a lot of height there, but the floor space is enormous. And when I redid the office, I took out the cupboard and the magic cupboard and stuff, and we've just got desks in here now. And I essentially, the loft is going to be for storage, and it may end up be where my racing rig goes. The power supply tester is just here, I've got my hand on it, but that's also, it may find a permanent home upstairs. And that's just so that I can keep things kind of cleaner down here. And yeah, I do need to get some pictures up on the wall to help with echo and stuff like that. I've got my little Lavalier mic here. It's like a little clip-on, like a TV sort of style thing. And I always use a cable because it just means you don't get any interference and stuff like that. But people have been saying for a while about the reds and stuff in with the camera. Now, when I first started making videos way back in the shed, I was using like a Sanyo, not a Sanyo. It was I can't even remember now. It was Fuji. It was a horrible Fuji camera, and it was literally just like a point and shoot thing that I used to turn around to video. And then when I wanted to start doing cases and stuff, because I started doing videos originally to show off the paint, because it was so much easier to kind of walk around with a camera to show the sparkles and the shades and all kind of different aspects of the paint that I was doing, than trying to get pictures of them all the time. And then when I started doing reviews and with the TTL thing started, and I mean like the custom build started to pick up a little bit, I eventually got what I use now, which is a Sanyo Zacti HD 2000 shotgun thing, and it's served me very well. I've been using that camera since the shed. When the quality in the shed changed dramatically, it was because I bought that. And that was, like I said, a long time ago. But I know that it's needed upgrading for a while, but I've just been a bit picky and I didn't know what I wanted to get. But I finally kind of bit the bullet, and I have made a new purchase. So I'll come in so that you can see. And it's a Canon, and I've bought the HFG30. Now, it is NTSC, but I'm not going to be streaming this on my TV, so that side of things doesn't matter. I've got an 8-hour battery. I've got a mains power plug. I've got a couple of SD cards to go in it, and Kingston sorted me out with some of their most rapid SD cards. So I'm hoping this is going to make a good change, but it's obviously going to take me a little while to get used to it. Some of the settings and stuff on this, it's about as good as manual settings go with a camcorder before things go prosumer. Now, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't particularly expensive either, considering that my use for it is predominantly work. It's not like a leisure thing. I paid it was just over £1,000. So not cheap, but because of what I use it for, not particularly expensive. I could have gone and spent more money and got a semi-prosumer Sony or something like that, but I have to admit, with the larger cameras, I wouldn't particularly have wanted to use it in the office, and I would have ended up buying this anyway. So I'm just going to use this, and then if people turn their nose up at me, like at iSeries this weekend, because I'm using something that I can obviously have in my hand like this, then that's their problem, not mine. By the time it's got, because I've got a massive light panel, this is what I use when I'm wandering around the event and I'm trying to light people's rigs up, and it does look kind of ridiculous. But once it's got the light panel on it, if I'm interviewing people, I have got a Rode microphone. Bunk, 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 bunk. It's ice cream, isn't it? So I've got a Rode microphone. Now this is XLR, but it's got a 9-volt battery in it, which means that I can, it's basically got phantom power in there, because normally it's powered by the XLR cable. I've got the XLR, I've got a nice red cable to kind of go with the way the colour themes are revolving, and people still haven't kind of really worked that out yet. But it still goes into 3.5mm, which is what the camera is. If I'd brought one of the prosumer Canons, it would have had XLR on it. But there's not really a great deal of point me running XLR in the office and in this kind of environment when 3.5 is fine. But people have wanted to see me use this. Now I haven't used this at all yet, to the point where I've not even set the date or anything on it. So what I'm going to do is, and it may turn out terribly, I'm going to put this on the tripod now, literally just click my microphone into it, and we'll literally just click record, and we'll see what it comes out like. It's going to be helpful to me because when I go to render this, I'll be able to personally see one to the other, and I'll be able to play, you know, and see about colours and stuff. But please give me a little bit of leeway, only a little bit, for the next couple of weeks while we are learning to use this, because I'm not going to film things 3 or 4 times. So if I bugger something up, it will stay buggered up, and then I'll try and get it right the next time. But it's going to be a learning curve anyway. But to put things into context, my old camera that's there is about that big and very, very thin. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing is kind of that big, and I can put it in my hand, and then the thing just comes out on the top. So what I'll do is I shall just shush. Just some quick zooming around the office with the camera just in my hands. You'll see that in a minute. This is Zonar 2. Oh, there we go. I think the colour that we've all been having problems with has been red. Now that's not even particularly red. Let me find something red. Right, red. Another thing to kind of keep in mind as well is these are right underneath my, not even the studio lights, but the lights in the ceiling, because I've got LED lights and they're very, very white. So could even still be bleaching the colours out. We won't know until we've looked, but don't forget this is without the clipped in microphone. I've just recorded stuff quickly just so that we can have a look. Anyway, let's stop this and put this on tripod. Okay, boys and girls, oh my giddy aunt. Now I've only got one studio light on at the moment because I am trying to test to see how things look. Normally I have another one on just over on that side. Now one thing you are going to notice straight away is the view is immensely wide. When I was recording before, I had the camera in the same place on the tripod, I've not moved it. And when I put my hand over here, the power supply tester was out of shot. Also, I've not got my microphone on. I normally use a little clip-on Rode Lavalier. Now that with my other camera, it worked fine. Now the Lavalier is very small, but very expensive considering how much it costs. But the new camera It doesn't seem to, I don't think the signal's strong enough. So I can need a little amplifier or something for it. So I may have to look into that. I have tried, because this is what I'm going to be using at the event, is my new mic. Now this is my my kind of like interviewing type mic. This has got an amplifier built in it, even though it's turned right down. It works really well. But we're recording just off the camera, so if you can hear any echo or anything like that, that's why. And this is just something we're going to have to work on. I can't really do much about it at the minute. This sounds perfect though. And now I am watching the voice meter, or the input meter, going up and down at the moment, so I can kind of regulate my voice and see how, you know, what it sounds like and everything. But I will clip in just quickly while I put this down what it sounded like with the old one, or with the other Rode mic, and it was horrific. So I've got a wireless pack. I may give that a crack. But anyway. Right then. Now this is very, very strange, because for starters I'm used to a tiny little screen, and I mean a tiny little screen as well. This is the camera. So right, that was that. It was horrible, and I've filmed loads with it, and I was turning the microphone levels up and down, and the more I turned the microphone levels up, the more hiss we had, because it was picking up background noise. It just didn't sound right. So like I said, I think I need to get it a little amplifier, or record the audio separately, which to be fair I don't want to do. I would rather much have it all kind of going. So I'll have to look into what I need to do. If it means I have to change the mic or run wireless or something, I will do. But you saw, this is my original. Okay. Now, please insert the memory card, because there's not one in there. Right, so just to kind of, that's what I kind of had to put up with before. That was the tiny little thing. And I'm just going to give it a gauge. Yeah, the actual kind of whole bit of this is roughly the same size as the screen is now, and the screen is so clear. I'm going to try and show you, and I'll overlay it. Anyway. So it is just stupendous. I cannot believe how clear this screen looks. I've only got one light on as well. It just looks, I'm not used to everything looking so clear. And obviously we used to have problems with reds. And I've already kind of, I have to get used to that, because it's, when I show it to when I use the other camera, when I showed it to the screen it was on the thing, but I have to remember to put it in front. So with the reds, I mean that already looks you know, right. And that in the screen looks lovely and red. We'll try it with some white together. People are going to go, oh, look at all them! This is actually stuff that's going in the rigs at I-Series, and I just kept the stuff that I thought might get broken in transit. But there we go, that's my SSD stand. So we've got that. Now I'm still probably going to end up using this when we go around the event, although this is meant to be epic for low light, which was one of the reasons why I bought it. I'm getting closer and closer, I've realised that. I know I need to come and sit back here, but I'm still, maybe I should just, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll try it. No, because I don't want to zoom it in, because then I'm still going to be miles away. We definitely need to try and get the audio sorted, I know that. Now one thing I do want to say is, I'm going to be at I-Series. We've got, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to get a camera and stuff, I've got the graphics card test system that you've seen recently in the Corsair 760T. That's on the Asus stand, because obviously it's got an Asus Rampage Black Edition in it, and we've got a pair of 780 ties in there. And I know it's the graphics card test rig, but we just put the 780 ties in there for the show, obviously. But when I start doing stuff going forward, you'll see those going in there. A lot of people have been asking, bitching, moaning, trolling, whatever, about 295X2. Yes, yes, yes. I have had plans for a little while there's actually quite a bit going to get done, and I need to do it properly. A lot of people were kind of saying, oh, it's because he's an Nvidia fanboy. I honestly don't give a monkey's peeps. If I haven't got it, it's generally not a choice, because if I didn't think it was very good, it would probably make me want to review it more, because it, you know, I'd want to be telling you about it. I know I don't do the low end stuff, but the high end stuff I've got, you know, I do like having to play with. So when it doesn't come, it's generally not my fault. So, you know, just calm down, chill out. I have got some Overkill 3D stuff coming for you, and it may end up even be the first time that I get to use the custom GPU test rig properly. So yeah, I have got that. I did kind of hint about an AX1500i from Corsair as well. That is coming as well. So you can kind of chillax a little bit more. Now, at the event, if you want to come and grab me, because I know there might be forum members there or YouTubers there, I'm not going to have any OC3D t-shirts or anything like that, so you're going to have to play, you know, weary-eyed and stuff like that. This is going to take some getting used to. But I have got reflective OC3D stickers that I'm going to have with me. I have got in 3 different sizes, white with red. In 3 different sizes I have white with reflective. And then also there's something that we're probably going to end up doing with MSI is I've got some Dragon logos, and they are in red and reflective, or some are red, some are reflective. I've got some proper MSI ones in white, and I think there's reflective as well. We've got some little baby ones as well. And I think the idea, what I'm going to try and do is get a picture of us all together with your rig, and then take your system specs and your name and stuff, and it will go on an article on the website, so you'll be able to kind of like, oh yeah, you know, and we're going to, that's the plan anyway. Once the beer starts flowing, it may change a bit, don't know, so I've got to kind of like, you know, I will try my best. It really depends, because I do have to cover the event, still try and talk to people without being ignorant. There's lots of vendors and reps going to be there that want to talk to me already, and I still need to sleep, eat, and blatantly get drunk as well, because that's what iSeries is all about for us lot. And I need to kind of sit over here, because I'll kind of end up talking to the camera, which is like, yeah, it's like way there, but you're there. So maybe I need to put like a picture just above the where the lens is. Maybe I should put some boobies above that, and then it will keep my eyes fixated on the boobies. So yes, the Canon. Confusing, disappointed, pain in the arse about the Lavalier, but I'll just have to get that sorted. Like I said, I do have a wireless, so that might make that a bit different. I know it's got like a volume thing on it, so that might be a way around it. It would be kind of nice to just get some powered inline things sorted out. But so if anyone's got any ideas, underneath or on the forums would be the most helpful place, because I will see it more than likely there. YouTube comments can get a little bit mental, and some of the comments that people do through Google Plus don't even show up now, so I don't know why that is. Anyway, so we've got that. Something else is these. I've got some KRK Rocket RP6s. Now they are self-powered studio monitors, so they're active studio monitors. I've got to remember to look at the camera, not the screen. But they're active studio monitors, and they're fucking immense. Now in Orca I do have a Acer Sonar D2X. I do have an Essence STX, but I kind of got these because I wanted something. I'm not going to say rich or anything. I just wanted something. I'm running Edifiers at the moment. I think they're the 520Ds. I do have Corsair SP2500s as well, but I've got the Acer Sonar Essence STX2, and this is very new, so I'm going to be giving that a crack with these. I may even kind of have a play around with them with the Edifiers and the SP2500s as well. But this is a kind of very premium sound card. I mean, I've already been told that this one, it is the 7.1, which is going to be the more expensive of the two. But I have already been told it's going to be about 220 quid. So for a sound card, it's expensive, but it's one of those ones where if you can't hear the difference between one sound card and another sound card, then obviously buy the cheaper one because it's being wasted on you. But there are people among, you know, around us, among us, however you want to put it, me being one of them, that can hear difference even between the quality of an MP3 that's been ripped. And when I first started working with some of the better speakers, I ended up going and either re-ripping or re-downloading from different sources higher quality bit rates, because I was just suddenly hearing things that I'd never heard before. But, so we don't need to go round and round and round and talk about that. So, Rockets, they're going to be becoming a part of Orca. The STX2 will probably become a part of Orca, but there are a few bits and bobs that I want to do with Orca, in that I've wanted to change the hose for ages because of the coolant, but I've also not wanted to drain the coolant because I don't want to see how bad it is. Because it turned to hot chocolate. So what I wanted to do was drain all the coolant out of it. Then I'm going to go on to a normal kind of transparent red, rather than any of these kind of like thick milky ones. I'm going to go on to back to a normal transparent colour for a bit. And it really, with Orca, I'm just trying to make it last until I start another, you know, build for a bit really. And it's going to be probably end of this year by the time the motherboards and stuff and the new CPU that I want, because I'm going to be going on to DDR4. So that's going to be end of the year. So I need to kind of like sit pretty until then and kind of like patch her up. Does everything I want it to, but obviously I'll get itches to kind of upgrade and stuff, and that's why the motherboard test rig and the GPU test rig had a custom element to them, so that I've got some pretty stuff around the office. Now, talking of the office, I will try and get you an office tour done when all the rigs are back from iSeries, so that we can have them here, so you can see everything kind of sat side by side. And the power supply tester, because I've just finished not converting it off, but it's boarded out. There's power and there's light up there now. There's LED lights that are meant for kitchens up along the rafters, and it actually is pretty well lit. There's power up there because I may have a permanent folding rig going up there, and the racing rig may end up living up there as well. But it's more that it's not very tall up there, but there's a huge amount of floor space, and I mean, it's bonkers. It's one side of my flat to the other. I need to measure it, but I think there's a lot, and I mean a lot. I think that the one end to the other might be something like, I think it's like 12 or 15 meters from one side to the other, and then usable space, like, you know, floor. I think one side to the other is probably about 8 to 10 meters as well. So it's, you know, floor wise, is loads and loads of room up there. And that was so that I could help keep the office tidier and, you know, get stuff up there out of the way. I have to go careful with filming up there because obviously I have a lot of kit that hangs around because the vendors want me to have it so I can use it quickly in videos. People obviously want to give it away because they think it's, you know, when it's sat around, they think I should. And that can become incredibly frustrating, but people seem to forget that the reason why I have it is so that I can use it in future videos. If I gave everything away that I got, it'd never get left in the first place. I do lots of competitions, a lot more than some other places do, and that's, you know, and I always get you brand new stuff. When I give it away, it's never an extra review sample unless I tell you. It's always brand new stuff. And I obviously, I mean, just to look around the office, the amount of kind of kit that is here, I mean, I can kind of go in the drawer now and grab the old, this is the old graphics card test motherboard. Now, because I finished with it, I'm not going to give it away because it's old and it's dilapidated, and what would happen if it went in the post and it didn't work? You know, you've only got to get that arsehole that would then kick off about it. Oh, he sent me something that was faulty, and I can't be dealing with it. So at the end of the day, I keep everything, or it ends up going to friends, family, people on the forums. Everyone wants something at some point in time, and because, like I said, it just gets to the point when it's too much hassle to do comps and stuff with it. So please just understand, and please, for the love of God, don't start asking, because it is the most soul destroying thing in the world. Because think about it from my point of view, it's like when I see things like that, I just see it as people being either greedy or ungrateful. You don't go to, you know, like a shop that's got, you know, 10 or 15 of every motherboard and go and demand they give you it, rather. And it's exactly the same for me. It's, yes, I might not pay for stuff, but I still have to work for it, and it's more use for me to keep it here in case I need it. Like recently, the amount of time stuff's been in and out and round, like with the Kingston Fury, the UD4 motherboard and the D3H motherboard, they come out the loft, and I took pictures with the memory in there because it matched, and that's, to me, it's worth more for me to be able to do that and do something nice with it, to be able to show you possibilities, than, you know, not being able to. So that's why I do my things slightly differently. Anyway, I have obviously recorded this before because the microphone, I've just assumed that it was going to work, but now I can see the volume thingy going, you know, up and down, so hopefully it's going to sound alright. I don't know whether it's going to sound echoey or something like that. I don't know yet until, like I said, it's going to take some tweaking. Hopefully at the event, from the couple of little testers that I've done, we should be alright at the event. But the stuff in the office, it will evolve, we will get it better. I'm hoping that the picture quality is going to be better for you, and that's going to keep you happy for a little bit, and we will work on the video. Unless it's terrible, I'm not going to be re-recording stuff, so we'll make little changes and we'll see how things work. Like I said, I would really like to get kind of like an inline amp or something for the Lavalier, because it's brilliant. I really like that little thing because it just sits out the way and it's very clear. But that's obviously not putting a large enough signal into this camera, which I find kind of strange, considering this one I didn't even touch the volume or anything. But maybe this, you know, this one it needs a much stronger, clearer signal because it's, you know, slightly more professional. But we will see. We will see. We will see. Right. So I'm going to stop. And I'm going to get this kind of nailed in and get the video uploaded. I do need, because I had my haircut today, I need to have a shower and start thinking about having dinner and stuff like that. And then I also need to pack, because I've not done that yet, although I've not found out what time I'm meant to be meeting people tomorrow anyway. So, oh, phone. So I do have lots to do. So I apologise. Anyway, this is the first time that we've seen big camera. Although, considering I got a huge battery, it's not saying that it's got very long to go. Anyway, so I'm going to love you and leave you. But for now, at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan using his new camera for the first time. Out.